Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kayleigh, in case you don't know that. And today I'm going to be filming an interesting video for you. If you watched my video recently about what I got for Christmas, you would have seen that I got these three palettes. There's the cool neutrals, the warm neutrals, and then the smoky and highlight palette. And I've never used NYX eye palettes before, so I thought I would do a makeup look in front of you where you see my first impressions on how the products are and how they look on my skin. So yeah, I'm just gonna get on into it. So I have prepped my face. I've got foundation on and I've done my brows and I've done literally everything. The only thing that I have left to put on is lipstick, eyeshadow and mascara. And I've done that purposefully because I want to see how well the product falls, like if the product falls onto my skin, how well it is to get off, and just really give it a proper test on it, because I know that a lot of people do put their foundation first. I normally put my eyeshadow and then my foundation, but the average person will put foundation first. So I want to keep this as real as possible. So I'm going to start by looking at all these shades. They are absolutely beautiful. I'm obsessed. So I'm looking at the smoky and highlight palette, and I'm seeing a lot of tones that are very cool toned. So there's a lot of grays and blues, and there's a green and purples, a lot of cool tones, and then there are a few more warm tones. So like this brown over here is quite warm toned. And then a lot of the shimmer colors are warm toned. So I'm excited about that because I feel like warm tones suit me more for some reason. I don't know why. I really like wearing warm tones like this. This is the warm neutrals. I'm obsessed with this palette. This is I'm pretty sure every single one of these colors I will use. I have actually cheated. I've used two of the colors. I've used those two colors, which I'm going to avoid using today because I really want to try and use a full... Oh, I'm lying. I used three colors. So there's the other one. But yeah, I'm going to try and avoid using all three of those colors that I've used before because I want it to be really like a first impressions. Then finally we have the cool neutrals, which I'm also obsessed with. I'm very nervous to use these because I've never used cool tones on my skin. I've used it on other people before, but never on myself. So I'm rather nervous to how I would look with cool tones on me, but regardless, I'm super excited to use it. So I'm thinking about using a lot of purples, purely because there's a lot of purples in all the palettes, especially in the cool neutrals and the smoky and highlight. They've got a lot of purple in them. So I'm thinking I'm going to go for a purple toned eyeshadow, which is interesting. I don't think I've ever done a purple look before. Maybe years ago, but super excited to try something new. I'm looking in the cool neutrals and there is this shade over here. It's kind of like a beige kind of tone. So I'm gonna try and put that on. Okay, so I'm gonna go for this shade over here and see what happens. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of dust flying up, which isn't a very good sign, but I don't know, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Okay, so I really like this tone. It's very similar to my foundation, which is really good because you do need a eyeshadow that is very similar to your tone of skin. So next up is this shade. This is a pretty dull, it's got a bit of purple tones in it, so I think I'm going to put that in the crease and start working my way up to get to the purple. So yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. So immediately I'm not really seeing much purple tones coming through here, but we'll wait and see. Okay, so not much there. The lighter shades are not as brilliant as I expected, but it's alright because we're getting there, Next up, I'm going to jump right in. This is a lilac shade. I'm going to put this over majority of the lid. So it's that shade. There's also a shimmer one next to it, but I think I'm just going to start with matte. I'm just going to go with matte pretty much the entire time. However, I think this is what I'm going to use on the crease at the end. So, I mean, my cut crease. So, that'll be interesting. I'm just using the same brush at the moment. At this point, it's not making that much of a difference. So, just using the same brush. Okay, so immediately I'm seeing a problem. That shade that I used from the NYX is obviously too warm for this lilac that I've put on. So I think I'm going to have to really decide on which kind of the spectrum I'm going to go. If I'm going to go cool toned or if I'm going to go warm toned. I'm just going to keep putting this one on and see where it gets us. Okay, starting to look a bit like I've been punched. So, let's jump right into something that hopefully is going to save us. Okay, going again into the cool toned shade. I'm going to go for this one over here. Is it that one? Yeah, it looks a bit darker on camera, but it's actually quite light. I really hope this is going to change things. Okay, again, this is going in the crease. Okay, that's pretty. I like that actually. I think I may have saved this look. Okay, I need to do a lot more blending on this. But first what I'm going to do is going into, what is this? The Smokey and Highlight palette. I'm going to just jump straight for it. I'm going to go for it, guys. I'm being risky. This shade here, it's a very, very dark purple. Very similar to this one, except this one is a shimmer. So we're just working with matte at this stage. I am switching brushes. This is more of a crease brush, so hopefully it will help me with blending these colors out. So yeah, let's go for it. This is beautiful. I like this shade a lot actually. Okay, I really like that purple shade. It is really beautiful. So I'm really excited about that. I was actually really worrying about this eyeshadow look, but we're getting somewhere slowly. Like, it's really coming together. So I'm looking at the cool tones and I'm looking at this shade, and this is like a really, really bright purple, and I really kind of want to use it. I feel like it might ruin the kind of like smoky look we're going for. It might make it a little bit more bright, so I'm going to avoid using that. What I am going to do is take a bit of this shade from the Smokey palette. It's like almost a black kind of shade, and I'm just going to bring that around the bottom of my lashes. I mean not the bottom, like my top lash line, and see if that makes it a little bit more darker. So yeah. Okay, I'm not liking that black. That black is just making it look gross. So let's see if we can try and fix that. Okay, this one isn't looking too bad. This just looks like a mess. So let's try and fix that. It's looking bad. This is a terrible eye look. Now we know why I don't usually do purple eye looks, because I don't like purple. Okay, so I seem to have over blended here, so I don't know what to do about that, because over here it's not looking that bad. But yeah, I don't know if I should just get rid of this and then do it the same as this eye, or if I should bring this under my eye. Eesh, I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to try and bring it under the eye. This may be a mistake, but yeesh, we're learning. Yeah, no, that was a mistake. Let's just go for backup. Okay, I just covered that up with a bit of foundation, so that seems to have worked a lot more. What I am going to do now is just add a bit of that purple underneath my eyes, because yeah, I think that looks nice. So let's go for it. Okay, I seem to have done my eyes slightly askew, but it doesn't matter. Hopefully we'll fix that when I cut the crease now. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut the crease. I'm just using my foundation to do that. Okay. Alrighty, now let's figure out what color we're gonna put there. Okay, I think I'm gonna be a bit risky. I'm being very risky and it seems to be leading me to a whole bunch of trouble, but I'm gonna do it again. So from the warm palette, I'm going to take this orange color and I think I'm gonna put that on my crease. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Oh, I really hope I don't screw this up. Okay, so that was a mistake. That looks awful. Oh well. Okay, so okay, so I have done the eyeshadow as best as I can. I realized the colors that I've chosen are not the greatest, so yeah, they don't look too hot, but yeah, I'm gonna put some mascara on and then see if I can find a lipstick that will match this color that I've created, and then I will chat to you guys about my review on the actual product. So let me go and do that. Okay, so I am back. I added some lipstick. It's a kind of like an orangey. This is LA. I cannot remember what the shade is, but I will leave it in the description so that you can see what the shade is. It kind of matches the orange that I went for, but yeah, overall I need to learn the colors. Then I'm not 100% happy with how the colors of my eyeshadow came out. Actually, I'm definitely not happy with the colors that I've chosen. The purple, I was hoping for more of like a brighter purple, I guess, a different shade. This is kind of a muted tones, so yeah, I guess I just need to learn the colors. I've never used these colors before, so I don't exactly know what they look like on my face. So that's something that will come with time. As I use the palette more and more, I'll get used to it, and then I'm pretty sure I'll come up with some really good looks. In terms of the actual product, I love the products. It doesn't, like, I didn't have any fallout at all. There was nothing that landed on my foundation I didn't need to touch up. And well, I did need to touch up my foundation. It was only because I had messed up myself. I mean, for the mess that I've created, it blended out really, really well. Love it. Cannot wait for more looks with these palettes. I do see myself using a lot from the warm neutral palettes, purely because, like, I just really love those coppery tones, and there's a lot of those tones in here. As for the Smokey palette, I feel like there's a lot of potential for me to use this palette, and I'm super excited to use it. However, I think it will be the palette that I'm going to use the least, unfortunately. Purely because I don't really do that dark smoky eye look, and this is the kind of look that it creates for the type of shades that are in it. I'm not saying I won't use it at all, I'm saying it's just the one that I'm going to use the least, purely because of the shade choices and my skin tone. The cool tones, I'm super excited to use it. I love the tones. They are absolutely beautiful. I'm just going to have to play around and see what suits me and what doesn't suit me. But yeah, I think this would be really, really helpful to use in a makeup kit if you're a makeup artist, as well as the warm neutrals. These together should be in your kit because they're worth it. They are beautiful. So yeah, as for the price versus the product, they're quite expensive. These little palettes are really expensive for what you get. I do think they're a bit overpriced because they're a pretty good palette, but it's a bit expensive for like what you get. I'd say they're just a bit overpriced. Yeah, for what you're getting and the experience and how many little palettes you get, I mean shades you get, I think it's a little bit expensive. But overall, I think the product is great. I would definitely pick it up if you have the chance. And yeah, that's it. That's my review for the NYX palettes. I think there's one more palette I still need to get. But oh yes, that's the palette that I really wanted to get, which is the Brights one. Those have just got, I'll put a picture here so you can see it. It's just got a whole bunch of really bright colors. Yeah, pretty sure I'm going to get that at some stage. but yeah, and when I do, I will definitely do a review on that palette. But yes, so that is it for me for this week. I'll see you guys again next week with an all new video. Bye guys.